Hello! So, this is a Vinyl Finds update, I suppose. Things that I've picked up recently, got round to listening to, that sort of thing. Maybe I would have done this sooner, but then, a few things happened last week and there were other things that I wanted to show. There's a mixture of stuff, as normal, I suppose. There's quite a few new records, which is unusual for me, but I went to a shop that I really like. I've only been there 3 times. It's only been open about 18 months, I think. It's called Sticky Black Tarmac. It's in Lee, which is sort of near Wigan, Greater Manchester. It's a young lad that runs it. He's really enthusiastic. I mean, he loves what he does, I'm sure, and I think he spends a lot of time listening to things that he gets sent in terms of like what new releases are coming out, and he handpicks what he stocks, and a lot of what he's into I'm really into. So if I wanted to go somewhere and have someone play me new releases that I might want to buy, that'd be the place to go. But normally I don't want to buy new releases because they're expensive, aren't they? And because I like getting out there and looking for things that I've previously been unaware of. Anyway, I was over there and it turns out he was just about to get going with a sale, and he'd pulled out loads of things from the racks, and they were all 15 quid or 2 for 20 quid, and that's I think he was selling them for less than cost, really. And there was so much that I wanted to buy, I had to put things back. So there's a lot of things here that I'm pretty new to. Also had some sort of amazing luck again. Seems slightly implausible, to be honest, but I'll show you that one in a minute as well. This first one, Johnny Gregory and his orchestra, I picked this up today. Got this from the tip shop in Brighouse, where records are 25 pence. So I'm pretty pleased with this. The condition's not great, but there's one song on this that I really like, which is Sunshine Doll. And that one plays pretty well. This is from 63, so Johnny Gregory's just got his name on all sorts of things. I think he spent his working life working in studios and arranging and producing records and all sorts of things. So it made me go back to this one, which I don't know if this is one of his more well-known releases, but maybe one of the few that's actually got his name on as well. A Man for All Seasons. So this is from 74. It's sort of a varied record. It's on United Artists. There's 2 great tracks on this, Jetstream and Earthshaker. Which may be a bit more sort of upbeat, big band funk type thing. Definitely worth checking out. So Moondog. I found this record for 2 quid. And it wasn't from the same charity shop as that haul last week, but it was from the same charity shop, but in a different town. And not that far apart, to be honest. And the only reason I stopped there was because the M62 was shut. So I went over the tops and, ended up driving through Meltham and called into the hospice shop. And they've usually got a few records in the basement room. And I could not believe that this was there. I mean, it's 2 quid. It's a UK original on this orange CBS, and it's in pretty nice condition. So the only thing I can think is that somebody working at the depot who sorts out stock to send to the shops must have just made a mistake and sent out some amazing records, and maybe they shouldn't. But this is a find, obviously. Probably first time I was aware of that, although it might have been a bit afterwards, was the Mr. Scruff Keep It Unreal. Because, Get a Move on samples. Bird's Lament, which is the one that I've put on the playlist. I got this from Sticky Black Tarmac. This is Harvey Mandel, Baby Batter. and I'd never heard this tune, and it is absolutely amazing. The B-side, Midnight Sun, is taken from the same album. The album's Baby Batter as well. This goes for a little bit of money, which it shouldn't do really. I think it's just because it's scarce. It's on styrene. It doesn't sound amazing, but you can get the album for under a tenner seemingly. Yeah, this was something he was playing in the shop. So I think this is pronounced Pecky Momes. She's a female artist. I think she's from Turkey, living in Germany. Yıldız, is it? Or Yıldız? I'm not sure. But honestly, if you only listen to one track on the playlist, make sure it's this, because this is absolutely amazing. I think she's only put out 2 singles so far. This being the first, out earlier this year. And yeah, I absolutely love it. This is Kabbalah. Ashwara. This is from 82. I think this must be a repress of the original 12, because I think the original might have a red sleeve. I've shown this before because I've got this copy, which is Mix 88, but to be honest, there's not much in it, to be honest. Yeah, sort of described as London Afrobeat. I think it's 2 brothers who were Ghanaian, but yeah, it's an amazing tune. Yeah, as is this, Billy Frazier, Billy Who. So this is just a 7-inch single. It's got an alternate version on the B-side. I've been listening to the 12-inch version on YouTube, so I need to get hold of that, to be honest. That was from 1980. Yeah, and then this is that Roy Ayers and Wayne Henderson record that I showed last week, actually, and I wasn't exactly complimentary about this one, but it's got this track, Thank You, which I really like. That's from the Prime Time album, which was out in 1980. Yeah, and then a few new releases now from Sticky Black Tarmac. So this was, I was delighted to find this in the 10 quid sale section. So it's Skin Shape, Another Side Of. I streamed this loads when it was released last year. Reason being, he was going on tour, and that's not something he often does, really. So I really wanted to go see him live, and then it just didn't happen. But yeah, this is his 9th LP. Now Bandcamp described it as sonic dreamscapes which echo a mystical nostalgia for a sun-dappled afternoon. And it has got that vibe to it. I love this record. So this is Connie Price and the Keystones. This was new to me. So this is a 2 LP repress of an album that was originally out in 2004, I think. Sort of described as funk, hip hop, and psychedelic soul. Says featuring members of Breakestra, Orgone, Poets of Rhythm, LA Carnival, Funk Inc., Dap Kings. Yeah, so it's sort of modern instrumental, soulful funk music, really, and it's great. I'm totally into it. Sucker Punch is the track that I've gone for. So you get the original LP, and then you get another disc of sort of, I think it's sort of B-sides and EPs and maybe some outtakes. I've not listened to that one yet. And then so one of the artists mentioned on that hype sticker is this band Orgone, which I've got to say I'd never heard of. And this is their album from 2023. And I think they've been going since the late 90s. Another sort of US instrumental, modern funk and soul band, really. I think they do have some vocals, but this is another big win, really. I'm really into this. And similar again, Angelo Outlaw. I think this is his debut. from last year, 2024. Now, what does it say on the hype here? I think he plays vibes. Take a cosmic soul jazz journey through dimensions of space and time. The debut LP from Philadelphia mallet percussionist and poet Angelo Outlaw. I rate this really highly. It's mostly instrumental. There's a few tracks with vocals, quite a lot of vibraphone, synthesizer, harp on a couple of tracks. It kind of got me more and more as it progressed, really. So I think I've put a couple of tracks that are sort of maybe on the B side, Time Traveller and Silent Horizons. Well worth checking out. And then, this is a release on Colemine Records. To be honest, I haven't listened to much on Colemine. I've probably got a few releases. I think there were 4 albums in the sale that were all on Colemine, and if there'd have been nothing else, I'd have probably grabbed them all, but I had to put 3 back because I was just getting too carried away. So anyway, this one's Black Market Brass. To be honest, maybe at the moment this is my least favourite out of, these 4 that are sort of all doing a similar-ish thing, I guess. But it's still worth checking out and putting on the playlist. Absolutely. Little Ghosts, I think, is the one that I've gone for. But you can see, like, these were priced at 28 quid. I mean, I don't know if that's unreasonable or not, but I mean, a tenner just seemed like too good to miss. This is a bit of an obscure one. Now, this is Norfu Tyson. So, this is a reissue of a Turkish release from late 80s or early 90s. Totally obscure, absolutely brilliant. It says, so this is Turkish folk music. And it has at the same time all what you like about late 80s pop music: cold electronic drum sounds, crisp, flashy synths, crunchy bass, all in contrast with warm, distorted saz tones, wooden Turkish wind instruments, and a disco soul-proven female choir. If you like the sound of that, you're going to like this. And then, a couple of Brazilian 60s and 70s reissues. So this one's from 79. Pedrino Sampaio, or Sampaio. I'm not sure how you pronounce his surname, I've got to be honest. Probably getting his Christian name wrong as well. This is a bit of an obscure release from 79. I think it was sort of the soundtrack to a touring theatre production. But I mean, you can see it's kind of pretty ambitious, and this is definitely one that I'm delighted to have picked up. Mad About Records is the label, not one I'm familiar with. So again, for a tenner, I mean, I was not going to leave it behind. Same with this one. So I think this was originally out in 67. Brazilian again, Mario Castro Neves and Samba S.A. It's got female vocal. It's just a beautiful bossa nova album that's pretty hard to track down, and originals go for a lot of money. These 2 reissues both sound amazing. So, I mean, that's the big thing in it. I mean, to get an original is hundreds, or you can get a decent reissue and it sounds great. So, I mean, this is when getting reissues really makes sense. So, this is on Mr. Bongo. I would totally recommend this. This was one that had been on the shelf for a while. Gregory Isaacs, Night Nurse. Oh, just such a great tune, and I love the way that he pronounces his name. I think this has had like 12 million views on YouTube, and it's totally understandable. And I found this, which was an amazing find. I didn't know this. Natalie, Atomic Energy. This was in the £2 box in the same shop where I got the reissue of this Kabbalah. Sorry, the original of this one. And I just think he wasn't interested in this sort of thing, so he just stuck it. He stuck it in the £2 box, and this is hard to find and an absolute find. So yeah, it's early 80s. When was it out? 81. Yeah, female vocal dub reggae, and it's an amazing tune. And then, yeah, finally, this one you might have seen before because it was one of the ones that I showed in that hall from the northeast, and it's Cave, and this is an EP from 2014, I think. So it's pretty recent. Yeah, they're a Chicago sort of neo-psych and kraut guitar band, really, but absolutely amazing from what I've heard on this release. I think they had their last album was out in 2018, so I wouldn't mind getting a few more things. But yeah, it's the B-side track, Bridget's Trip, which does it, which is sort of 13 minutes long, and yeah, it's ace. So yeah, check it out. Cheers.